Red Fox. From the girls, they have to pay tax. Kick it to her.
With the roof down, show me cruise, man. Watch the girl body. When you see your daddy,
That's right.
when we deal with, and we keep it. Most high, it's a drive-by. We in that side, like it's halftime. Girl, your heart is your body that don't tempt me. Well, if for money, then you know we got plenty. We in a spotlight, here come Jermaine. Make it rain, make it rain, make it rain, make it rain. Pull the top down, it's a touchdown.
Red Fox, your rain. You know that needs the name from a girl. Make it rain. We don't dash money. Them a call out with names. Straight shots to them.
We're here and so forth. Hi, we're back. I don't know if this is going to be my last show because I got so many. Well, I'm not going to say that either. Ladies and gentlemen, we're here at the Home Invaders Variety Show. And what's waving? Oh, how you doing? Anyway, no problem here. You're going to have a good time with a whole bunch of guests. We're going to have film talk. We're going to do a lot of great stuff. And now, for our first guest, well, let me do this. If anybody wants to appear on the Home Invaders Variety Show, go to the homeinvadersvarietyshow.com page or contact me at homeinvaders@yahoo.com. Homeinvaders@yahoo.com or homeinvadersvarietyshow.com. Go there. And if you want to be a guest or if you want to be a talent, come on. Like 3 beautiful women that I have here today because I did it for you, the audience. And these are the ones that I took out of my black book, but that's besides the point, ladies and gentlemen. So, and that's what they keep on saying, too. So, our first guest to my right, I'm going to introduce themselves one by one. I have Vero G to my left. I have Siki, what is your name?
Liana.
Liana, and you are?
Tiffany.
Oh, what? You're going by your name now? It was Precious.
Passion Unique.
Passion Unique. She's Passion Unique. We got what again?
Liana.
Liana, and we got Vero G. And behind the doors, we have Pat Brady directing the show this time. Guy Cormier at technical, whatchamacallit, and voicing and audio. We got Brian and we got Miriam. That's right. Don't forget to watch Guy Cormier's show, Brian's show, the La Paella Report, and don't forget Pat Brady's show. Don't forget none of these guys because this is what makes CTV good as it is. So, ladies and gentlemen, I'm not going to bore you anymore. We're going to have fun now. We're going to talk to the young lady on my left, on my right here. Hello.
Hello.
How are you?
I'm very good. How are
So
you?
let me ask you something.
Yes.
Since you have nice eyes and a nice voice.
Thank you.
Ooh. This is gonna be fun tonight. Yeah. No, the hell with G-rated. This is gonna be all right, baby. So did anybody ever tell you that you talk well over the phone?
Yes, actually, a lot of people say that I have like a radio voice. I should be on the radio. Or maybe some like sexy hotline phone.
See, they told me the same thing.
Really?
When I speak Spanish or speak English, they told me that I can do that. You know, I've gotten that. But let me ask you about your background and so forth.
Okay.
What do you want to do here?
Well, I'm an aspiring filmmaker. I'm an aspiring music producer, aspiring screenwriter. Just a mix of everything. I want to get into the music industry for sure and the film industry.
Do you have a question? No, it's okay. You can ask a question.
Actually, I just want to network, if anything.
Okay. Oh, look at the network. Look at what I have to work with now. Oh wow. You know what? No, but I wanted to ask you, what type of films do you want to do, and what music do you want to do? Direct and so forth. Is there any
Really,
particular?
not really. I'm a very broad person. I'm not a picky person at all, and I have a very just wide variety of interests. So,
Which are those
anything-
interests? Tell the people out there, so maybe if they want to contact you or something.
Well, I really just go by my influences. I'm a huge Alfred Hitchcock fan. I'm a
Good.
huge Quentin Tarantino fan. I'm a huge Martin Scorsese fan. I love all the classics. So those are really my influences.
Oh, cool. Now let's go to my other right there. The one that cannot take her eyes off of me. Oh, that is she
I
is so
can't.
sweet.
He's so gorgeous. I
She's
can't.
so sweet. I'm
Do you
telling
not see him? I
No.
can't. He's just so gorgeous.
I know. Damn right, because I'm the hottest, bad, sexy man on cable access TV. But that's besides the point. So let me ask you, how did you get your name? Why? And tell the people what you do.
Okay, I got my name a long time ago. I've been writing since I was about 4. And everything I do, I'm passionate about. Whether it's dancing, whether it's writing, whether it's attempting to sing, because I don't do it very well.
But you dance very well. I know
Yeah,
you dance very well.
Whether anything I do, I'm very passionate about. So I was going to use the name Passion at first. And when I got into high school, my English teacher, shout out Professor Paris, he told me a long time ago, he said everything I do is just like so unique, the way I write. You know, it's a side of myself I don't really show to people. So, you know, I decided to use the name Passion Unique. Instead of using one, I just use both, Passion Unique.
So what is it about your writing that's so unique about? What is that you write from?
I talk about things that I see, things that I've experienced, things that I know, things that I'm still continuously to learn. You know, there's a lot of things that the world doesn't know about, the world doesn't get to see most of the time.
Like I get to see, right?
There's a lot of things that we are very there's a lot of things that we are very objected to. A lot of things
Yes,
that we
I do.
don't-
Yes.
A lot of
yes.
things we don't pay attention to, and
That's
I
true.
like to write about it.
Now, there is things that people write about. And how is it that you find the detail on what to write? What is it that it comes in your head, or you sleep on it and then it comes up and so forth? Well, how does it come up upon?
I usually I see it and I write about it. It's how I see it. You could write about a leaf, you know? You can write about how many sides a leaf can have without a person even knowing you're actually talking about a leaf.
We can't advertise a leave on this show, ladies and gentlemen. Leave is not part of this show. Thank you very much. Go ahead.
Leave.
Oh, I thought you meant the
Leaf.
pillow leaf.
No,
Oh, I'm sorry.
leaf.
I'm so sorry. Go ahead. That's
A leaf like from a tree.
exactly. Oh, leave. Okay. A leave. Not a leave. Okay. Wow. I'm thinking a leave. Wow. Yeah, this is something else.
Everything has a purpose on this earth. Whether
Yes,
it's
even
the
those damn
curtains,
pills.
whether it's the curtains, you know, in your living room, the couch, the leg that holds the couch up,
Yes.
you know, the floor that's on the floor.
Yes.
Everything has a purpose, and I feel like sometimes we don't take the time to just explore what the purpose is.
And appreciate them, because that you know, the things go a lot of work into them, and it's not like before where it was made handheld. Now it's machine. So how much can you appreciate it, except for the wood that's sacrificed, or the sheep that give up? The sheep, you know, it's bad the way they treat them, but that's beside the point. But you know what? I'm glad you're writing about that stuff. It's good that you're writing out there and so forth. Now, as for you, young lady, you have been here for God knows how many times. A couple of times. And you have your CD. Yes. See, have a CD. CD. That I'm getting for free, by the way, because I am the hardest, baddest, sexiest man. With my homies. Da-da-da, with my home. But, yeah, right? With my home. I don't want to say the other one. With my home. No, but I don't discriminate, ladies and gentlemen. I just say it as it is. You know, you've been around the block a lot of times, and you've been singing for a while. And what's up with the Christmas songs?
Yes, yes. So I've actually been doing this since last year. I actually made it with a friend of mine. He's an artist named Cool Breeze, and we worked together. He's a producer as well. And I made the idea last year. So listen, you know, I'm an indie artist. I'm putting myself out there. So you know what? Something unique that a lot of people don't do these days, which consideration of holidays.
Right.
So I said, let's do a Christmas album. He was on for it. So I said, you know what? I picked out the choices of the songs. The EP album is just 5 songs. Most of those songs I always love to hear, you know, for Christmas, the classics.
Which ones? Go ahead. Let me hear them.
Okay. No, I'm not going to sing it, but I'm going
No,
to
no,
sing
no. What are you? Go ahead. I'm going to say,
Hey.
Joy to the world. And
How
the
about
second
that
song is Hail Mary, full of grace. How does it go to go?
No, exactly.
Break out into a song.
I'm like, yes, music
No,
on the background.
no.
No, seriously. But definitely like Silent Night. I'm sorry, Silent Night, of course. White Christmas. I'll Be Home for Christmas. You know, Feliz Navidad.
Oh, okay.
classics.
Yeah,
Yes,
all the
exactly.
classics.
All that we all.
No, I want the people to know what you have out there, because
Exactly,
if people don't know, then they're gonna be like, huh?
Is that like, what's that?
What is this?
No,
¿Qué?
exactly.
What is that? ¿Qué? No, ¿qué pasó?
Exactly.
Yeah, no.
You're right.
That's from Spanish 101, ladies and gentlemen. But
Hey.
no, you know, you're gonna be singing 1 or 2 songs up, and we have a video.
Yes.
Now, you have promised me that the next video that you do, I'm
Yes.
going to be in it, right?
Yes. we will
I'm
make a
going to
thing for
be
that.
the love on this one. Don't be jealous.
Oh,
my.
I can't. It's hard. You
I know it's hard, but that's the problem.
Oh my God.
Don't worry about it, you know.
I'm already jealous.
Do not give me that look.
I'm already jealous, man.
I'm just going to drink my drink and be done with it.
Hey.
I got
Yeah,
some.
what's in
this
that
and-
drink right now?
That's what I'm talking about.
No. This is so intoxicating that you guys, it's bad enough you guys are falling for me now. You'll be dead on the floor.
Oh Lord.
It's not going to be a Bill Cosby thing either. I'm telling you, you're going to be awake when I do it.
Too much, man. Too much.
That's what they keep on saying.
Hey.
But that's beside the point. You know what?
Yes.
Like I said, what made you pick out these songs? These out of all the songs that are out there, what made you pick all these songs?
Well, since I was a child, hearing these songs are classics, and I always have to listen to them more when I was at home, especially the holidays now coming up and Christmas and that. And it's just a home felt kind of feeling. So when I picked these choices last year, I said, you know, something that.
Pick the pepper, pick the pick.
Oh, come on. Stop. I'm trying to get the right word out.
Yeah, right.
Forgive me now.
No, it's okay. It's okay.
No, but
No, no,
seriously,
yeah,
I mean,
yeah.
no, I mean, I picked up these choices up because it was something that was home felt. At the same time, it was great to just listen to and enjoy and the classics. And who can go wrong with classics, you know? And
Yeah, you know.
Yeah.
You know what? Let me ask y'all something. Look at me saying y'all. What is the most original song that you've heard?
Wow.
What's the most original Christmas song that you heard? Was it Mariah Carey's Christmas song? Is that the most original? I know there's some new ones out
I
there,
wouldn't say
but,
so.
Okay, which one would you
Okay.
say?
The most original, I don't know. I think I would have to say my personal favorite. I think is the Christmas song by Nat King Cole. I think that's the most classic.
Classic. That's
like
classic.
original.
But go ahead, Tiffany. Passion.
Passion Unique.
Passion Unique. Sorry.
I'm not jealous anymore. You can have it.
No. Oh yeah. Don't worry.
Now she doesn't need you anymore.
I can handle all three.
Forgot her name.
No,
See,
true now.
No.
You're not important anymore.
No. It's just that I have so many. You gotta sympathize with me. Plus the fact that this goes
So many in this black book.
Yeah.
I think the most recent one I
it's-
remember.
The problem is
Little
it's-
black book.
No, it's not black. It's red, white, and blue, and black.
Oh, twist the room.
No, but go ahead.
Good.
Go ahead.
Yeah.
I go by colors by the situation of how good they are. If they're the black book, that's the best. But go ahead. That's why y'all are on it. But that's beside the point. Okay.
Wow.
So go ahead.
Wow,
So tell me,
okay.
what is the song that sticks out to you the most when it comes to
When it comes to Christmas, it would just have to be Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer.
sung by who?
I don't know who sings
Burl
it.
Ives?
I don't know who sings it.
Burl
I
Ives
just always
just sings.
loved it.
Burl Ives.
Do you know which version? Any specific version?
No.
of it?
See,
the
she
original
knows what
one,
she's
the original
talking
one.
about.
It was either do that or like Grandma got ran over by a reindeer.
Oh, that's a classic
nah,
right
you
there.
know what? That's actually an original one. That you could say was original. It was about 10 years ago, 15 years ago, but that was an original song. You know, White Christmas has been around for God knows how many years. Silent Night's been gone for how many years. But Grandma got run over by a reindeer. That's by Miriam. About what, 10, 15 years? Oh, thank you, Miriam, for that input. Thank you very much. 10, 15 years. But you know what, ladies and gentlemen, without further ado,
Yes.
how many songs you going to sing today?
Just one.
One?
Yeah.
You going to be cheap like that?
No, come on. Listen, my voice is a
Ah.
little strained this week. I've been
Oh.
take care of some. No, not like that. No. No, Hector,
I haven't been. I have
No,
not
I've
been
been-
there. I have not. I have
I
not
wasn't.
been
I
in-
was in a show last night. That's why.
Oh,
That's why I
okay,
came
okay.
here and I was like.
You know what? You know what? Let's do this for a minute. How many poems you got?
A lot.
Okay. You know what?
Okay.
Let's go to Vero G's video, and we're gonna have Tiffany or Passion Unique.
Passion Unique.
Passion Unique.
Passion Unique.
Passion Unique. We're gonna have her doing some poetry. So let's do the Vero G one right now. So let's do it. Or let's do a video right now.
Just want to break Guess who's back? Had to leave for a minute, had to build the stats. I'm focused, baby, I'm right on track. We're gonna live good, there's nothing you'll lack. How can I forget all the times we had? You were special to me, but please don't be mad. I had to leave just to get a degree. I did it for you, I did it for me. Baby, I got your back, I'm here for you. I'm here to stay because I've always loved you. I'm letting you know it won't happen again. You the love of my life, you my best friend.
Tell me you love me. It's been 2 years you left me, crying and waiting for you to come back. It felt like I had a heart attack.
I know I did wrong, but be strong. It's been 2 years, I know it's been long, but you and I, we always get along. Lay back now, let's listen to our song. You the girl that I want for me, my sweetheart, my love, my number one lady. Can't be without you, it'll drive me crazy. Now let's get married and make some babies.
Can't believe you here to stay. Baby, I love you more each day. I'll never let you go away. Remembering all those lovely days.
I remember the times we had, we used to chill a lot. We was the hottest couple on the block, always rocking the spot, even when others were not. Like a seal, we kept it real, always non-stop. Talking about what we were planning next. It was true love, it was mutual respect. Bond that I'll never regret. True love that I'll never forget. Within me.
These feelings that I feel
I get emotional,
within me.
within me.
I just want to break free
Let yourself.
within me. My heart cannot heal
I'll take care.
within me until we keep it still.
So we're back, ladies and gentlemen. So we're going to go to Tiffany, as I said before, right now. Let's give her a hand.
Yeah.
And let's change the camera. And let's go to Passion Unique.
Have you ever come across a stranger? I mean, because that's what we all are to each other, just strangers. You look at him and he looks at you because after I struck of luck, you just happen to be in the same place at the same time. You glance up at him and he looks away. And then he looks at you, but you turn your back to look away because nobody really knows who should say something first. Should you say hi or should he? Should you start the conversation or should he? Well, that's what happened to me. He had hazel eyes. They were beautiful, but that's not what I remember because the one thing I remember is his smile that just seemed to captivate my attention. For that moment, I wasn't looking at my watch, I wasn't looking at my phone, I wasn't wondering who was standing by me, but his mind. And I'm not talking about his brain, I'm talking about the thoughts, the way that he spoke to me like I was a woman. He didn't talk to me like I was a child. He spoke to me like we were equal on the same playing field. Now, I don't doubt him, the way he spoke to me, because, he kind of brought a smile on my face, a smile that hasn't been there in such a long time. And we only spoke for 3 minutes, but those 3 minutes felt like 20. Maybe it was because I was trying to make the conversation last longer, because in my head, I knew I would never see him again. I knew once this moment was over, it was done. At some point, my heart started pounding, and I felt this tightness because I was like, no, I don't want him to leave me. I want him to stay. This man made me feel comfortable around him. For the first time, I never had a man make me feel this way. His intentions weren't sexual. It wasn't to fill me up. It wasn't to get into my mind. It wasn't to manipulate me, but it was to get to know me. Passion Unique. Now I think to myself when I wake up every time, and I think to myself when I'm going to school, when I'm going to work, when I'm going to the store for my mom, when I'm getting up to go to the bathroom, brush my teeth. If I can thank that man for that moment, for those 3 momentary moments, I'd say thank you. I flow with the direction of the wind, coming and going as I please. Now I really care who looks my way. I may stay away, just not for long. Face it, you can't live without me. Just think about it, if I decide to calmly leave, imagine how much of the population would suddenly evaporate. You have to work to keep me. It's called child labor. It's called hard labor. But think about it. As much damage as I can do to you, I'm entitled to do just as much healing for you. A part of me is born with you. The rest of me, well, if you look around, I'm practically within a bird's eye view. I'm with you to keep you strong and healthy, to the day we decide to detach. So is there any reason why you need a life preserver? Just as much as you need me, I can't live without you. Without you, I'm irrelevant, nameless, serving no purpose. I would be alone, and that's not something I would want. Think of us as siblings. I can destroy your things, but you have already destroyed my value. I mean, who do I really belong to? We get upset, I come out roaring, you with a scream. It's funny because we never seem to use our words because our actions speak louder. Sure, you may hate me and I may hate you, just not for long because only one of us can come out unharmed. But that's just what siblings do. Regardless of what, we need one another. We need one another to survive. We're like push and pull, yin and yang, a cause and effect, supply and demand. We're alike in many ways, but none of us are really willing to let each other go. So I tell you, as long as you stay here and fight, I'm willing to fight with you. So you tell me, can you really live without water?
Wow.
Very good. All right.
Awesome.
You know what? Ladies and gentlemen, we're going to go to a videotape now of the Key of Awesome, I think, and then we're going to go to Film Talk. And then after that, we're going to be right back with the entire panel once again, just to talk, just to jabber. Let's entertain you.
Key of Awesome Christmas party. Everybody's here, we're still alive.
Pitbull always gets it started. Dolly, 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 305.
Happy holidays from Sia. Don't look at me, look at my weird friend.
Christmas is a time for Bieber. Just like Jesus Christ, I've come again.
See you come and get your freaky friend.
Season's greetings from Brianna. Santa better have my money.
Is the tree made out of ganja? Cause me wanna smoke the Christmas tree.
You can't have Christmas without Madonna.
That would be true in our days.
What the hell happened to Kesha?
I can make a song contractually.
You just sing a line, I'll pay the fee.
Zayn dropped out of One Direction, but I can still play Harry Potter.
I will win the next election, and I got a crush on my daughter.
I'm the queen of 2015. You're a backstabber with sticks for arms. You're just pissed cause you're not trending. I'll run over you in my pink car. I got you a special Christmas card.
Stop the hate and 'tis the season. Christmas ain't about the things you buy. It's about the baby Jesus.
I'm the greatest baby of all time. Christmas is about Beyonce. Oh,
All you a-holes have been naughty.
Santa better pay me what you owe.
Everybody's getting bags of coal. Look at you all, fighting for attention like 2-year-olds. You should be ashamed of yourselves. There's only one person who's getting presents this year, and I think you know who that person is.
Gigi Hadid.
My baby blue.
Caitlyn Jenner.
Katy Perry.
Lena Dunham.
Jack Daniels.
Most of Ronald Reagan.
Jean-Paul Gaultier.
Wrong!
Adele, I am everything. I cure diseases whenever I sing. I was gone for a bit, and everything went to shit. So the world called upon me to come and fix it.
Adele, you're swell. We are on just sing, Adele. Kind of ruin it when you speak.
First of all, we want to let's give a big hand. Let's give a band to the Key of Awesome. Thank you for letting me. Thank you from Laura Francesco, who's let me show the Key of Awesome video. So we got permission from them, or her, from them, and so forth. So now this is a fantastic film talk that we haven't done in about 2 months or so. And we're going to talk about something interesting, something factual. Not,
As the
not,
usual,
not,
as the
yes,
usual.
the usual. Not about the 3 girls that I have on my left over there that are trying to hit on me left to right. But let's talk. What do we have in plan for today?
Okay,
Miriam?
okay. Well, I thought it would be fascinating to take a look at how the early part of Hollywood films was came about, and the freedom that people were that had at that point. They were basically using it for a system of what would be considered like immorality in those days, and where people always thought that back in those days it was a purer,
Actually, that's-
nicer, in a more innocent time period, but there was a lot of stuff going on.
Is
behind the
that why
scenes.
they call it the Roaring 20s?
Could be.
Because the Roaring 20s was a piece of work.
Oh yeah, because there was
Honestly, they were doing
they were
things.
feeling the freedom that
Yeah,
they didn't have.
they were getting
coming-
freaky.
Yeah, because they were coming out of the Edwardian period, and it
Exactly.
was restrictive and everything. But what was going on in the Hollywood time period, first of all, during the early part of the 1900s, cocaine, for instance, was legal at that point.
Yeah,
And it
and
was,
hemp too.
yeah, and it was being used in medicines
Yeah.
and tonics and elixirs,
Which-
Coca-Cola, they
Yeah,
had it in there.
Coca-Cola was great. I'm telling you,
As
Coca-Cola.
opposed to now.
Coca-Cola was great. When they had cocaine in there, it was
Well,
beautiful, man.
Was that from a past life recall? I
No,
mean,
no,
was
I'm
you-
telling you.
because it was done with by
Why do you think I
1906.
came? Why do you think I came so good looking? Because of that. Because my
Because of-
ancestors drank Coke.
okay.
You know. So
Oh, that was the
was-
excuse,
but you
okay.
know what? And the thing was, Patty. Well, what's his name? Patty Hearst's father.
Okay. Oh, yeah. William
If it-
Randolph Hearst.
Yeah, William Randolph.
Or was that the grandfather?
Yeah, no.
That was the grandfather.
If it wasn't for him, we would have been using hemp as paper instead of using cutting trees down. It's cheaper to write down paper. Did you know that? See that? I know some stuff. See, I
Okay.
told Passion, what's the name of it? What is her name again?
Passion Unique?
Passion Unique. I told her that I was
Even
smart.
I listen.
Yeah, exactly. You got see. So go ahead.
All right. So what was going on in that time period? Because of all this freedom, everyone was going a little berserk, and there was a lot of drugs and sex going on, and
Sex, drugs, and rock and roll,
affairs.
right.
Yeah, except that it was jazz, not
Yeah,
not
exactly.
rock and roll.
Yeah, bebop
So,
and all that. Yeah.
and it came to a culmination at one point when Fatty Arbuckle was found,
The infamous Fatty Arbuckle
yes,
story.
his scandal sort of created a new structure for how the film industry was going to be taken at that
Now
point.
the Fatty Arbuckle story
Yeah.
was that he was caught with an underage child, supposedly.
No, what
Or
happened was
okay? Correct me if I'm wrong.
he
since you're the
was
leader.
he was suspected of raping and murdering an actress named Virginia Rapp.
Really?
Yes,
Wow.
he was acquitted though because there was nobody really that could actually pin this on him.
Right.
Because first of all, it didn't happen, but they
Okay.
had it in for him, and they were looking for ways to tumble his famous
Right.
life, And he was a very funny comedian at that point.
He never recovered from
No,
it.
he never
No.
recovered. Even after the acquittal, Hollywood didn't want to have anything to do with him. He had to take on an alias name in order to direct after that. And his friend Buster Keaton was helping him at that point, trying to help
Did Chaplin help him out too?
I think he did, because I think that Arbuckle and Chaplin did have some, I think that.
Chaplin had his own mystery
Yes.
things too. He got married
well,
to an 18-year-old.
Yes,
and he
well, that was his
for-
thing, yes, he
yeah.
had a Lolita.
And he was in Switzerland.
Yeah.
They have a thing in Switzerland. Go ahead.
Right.
The Roaring 20s, and
all
then
right,
after
so
that.
what happened was, because of that, also the silent films at that point would
Yes.
show a lot of things that were considered immoral, but they were for some reason getting away with it at that point because there was no laws to
Right.
protect, to have them
Exactly.
do otherwise. So
There was
in
no
some,
FCC at the time,
right.
let's say.
So what they had some silent movies. Charlie Chase, one of his films, he was a drug addict, played a drug addict. Charlie Chaplin on Easy Street, he played a morphine addict.
Yeah.
And then the Keystone Cops, it's rumored that they would take cocaine prior to going on
Yeah,
a shoot.
yeah.
So that was the reason why they were
They were so
all over
zany
the
and so
place.
forth.
You
Yeah,
know,
right.
I always thought it was the film speed, but hey,
Yeah,
it was their
exactly.
speed.
It could have been both. It could
was
have
their
been
speed.
both, you know?
We have a picture of that as well.
Oh,
But
okay. Well, what they find a picture. Let's
yeah.
picture. Yeah, there you go.
Okay. And what was going on in Hollywood, there was a lot of filmmakers and stars at that point who were spending like over $1,000 a week on their drug addictions.
And
then
they could have gotten cheap too.
Yeah, they had to give. I mean, after a while, they go bankrupt, and they give away their pomp, their pomp and pageantry in
Exactly.
their life. But then what happened was they had to get somebody in to sort of settle the air because
They were getting too
the
wild.
Catholic agencies, the Boy Scouts, they were all up in arms because
Right.
of everything that was going on. So they brought in William Hayes, who was an executive
Right.
who created what they called production codes so that the filmmakers would follow certain type of rules where they couldn't have profanity in the movies.
They couldn't have two beds together.
Well, they couldn't be on one bed. They would have to have either
Or
two
leg.
separate
They
beds,
have to have
or
one
their
leg
leg
on
would
the
have to be
floor.
on the floor.
Right.
They also had put morality codes in the contract. So if
Right.
anybody was caught doing something, having an affair somewhere, the contract would be
So
null
let
and
me
void.
ask you
Yeah.
this, because you had the Roaring Twenties, then
Yeah.
you have the FDR going at it and
Yes.
so forth. What I wanted to ask you is how things have turned now, because now they're going back to showing sex, showing drugs.
Oh, yeah, but it
and so
seems,
forth.
it seems to be more liberated times
Is it
nowadays.
more liberal now, do you think, than back then?
Well, you always have to look at it in terms of the society in which you're in at the point.
Right.
At that point, that would have been considered, well, we'll get to, we're going to
Yeah,
go into
yeah,
Mae.
yeah, no,
Actually,
go ahead.
Mae West sort of follows into this. Mae West was a person who bucked the system no matter what. She put out several plays that had a lot of sexual innuendos. She was put in jail a few times
Yeah.
because of the cops would rate
Yeah.
her plays.
And W.C. Fields too, she never got, as much as they were good together,
Yeah.
they never really got along, but
Yeah, that was what they
But
said.
with her version, the way she talked,
Yes.
the way she
Yes.
flaunted, like the women that I have here today, and
Yeah,
yourself.
she didn't. Hello.
Yeah, why you flaunting?
Well, see, Mae West really was like a woman ahead of her time. She didn't care. She decided that it was the character that she wanted to play.
Right.
This was the work that she wanted to do.
Right.
And even when she went to Hollywood, they allowed her to write a lot of her scripts. So
Right.
she created a lot of her persona that way.
So we don't have no more pictures, right?
No, well, we have something, Ida Lupino, which I'm trying to show like how everything sort of moved up to the present day, sort of, kind of. Through all of that, through the production codes, through Hollywood being restructured and everything.
Now, what was
women-
so special about her?
Well, this is, I'm getting to.
Yeah, I'm sorry, excuse me,
Women up to a certain point were either portrayed as, prostitutes, bad girls, women who got their elbows into all sorts of bad things. Ida Lupino, though she was an actress at that point and did those types of roles, she found a way to segue into being one of the first women directors in Hollywood. And in fact, she did a movie called Outrage, which was one of her best films, where she had a woman who was raped, which in those days you never
That was
talked
taboo,
about.
yes,
Yeah, you
exactly.
never talked, and you started to see from her own perspective what being raped was all about.
And the way they did it also
Yes.
was more,
Yes.
if the guy used to come in and then they used to cut out, and then after
Yeah.
that you wouldn't
Well,
see
you
it
got to
again,
see
you would
psychologically how she was
Right,
tainted by
exactly.
the whole thing. Now, what a lot of people don't realize was Ida Lupino was also known for, as she went into the 50s and 60s and 70s, she was known for producing a lot of the cult shows that we
Exactly,
know, like Gilligan's
exactly.
Island, the Fugitive, a lot of these
Yeah.
old shows. She was behind all that.
I
So
know,
she was-
I know that. I
I'm
know
glad
that
you
because
didn't
I'm
have
with
to-
you. That's
didn't
why
have
I
to see
know.
the trailer for that one.
I have to see the trailer.
So it's amazing how you saw how a time period where anything goes.
Right.
Then you went through a structure happening, which unfortunately curtailed a lot of stuff. And then
Right.
they came out again and allowed women, for instance, to find their voice, to be able to say what they want to say, from Mae West to Ida Lupino. That's
Exactly.
amazing.
That was a
you
heck
know?
of a transition, though.
Yeah.
And then even the president got involved in it eventually, I think.
President?
The president of the United States, because of the way it was and so forth, the president had to come in there and go, wait a minute, this is getting too outlandish too, because remember, you said the Boy Scouts came in.
Yeah, you had the Catholic
Church came in.
agencies, yeah.
And you had everything.
Well,
and
also,
so
one of the
forth.
things that they couldn't talk about was also anything against
Abortion.
Well,
Abortion, you
anything
couldn't do
against
that.
America, you couldn't say
Yeah,
anything
exactly.
also as well. So they had a lot of codes that you had to follow. A lot of filmmakers try to get away with a lot of the things.
Do you
that-
think there's a code out there now that they follow? Or is it more opening?
You know,
I mean, even though it's
I-
not, first of all,
Yeah.
let me say this.
Yes.
The Big Six own a lot of crap.
The Big
Okay,
Six?
the Big Six. And you should know about this, right? You know about the Big Six?
Mm-hmm.
Disney is one of the Big Sixes. Big Six, they own everything.
Channel 7.
Channel 7 from Yucca
Times
Flats
Square, Times Square.
to Times from Yucca Flats to Times Square.
Mm-hmm.
They manage the news and so forth. The Big Six. So I'm wondering,
Mm-hmm.
back in the 20s with this lady, with so much expression that they had,
Right.
how did it happen that they switched, even though they were producing good movies and so forth? Why did the public just go, you're showing me too much? Or
They
was it
they were
the
noticing that the social standards were sort of plummeting at some point, and then they decided that they wanted to there was a point also, the Harrison Narcotic Agents Act in 1914 sort of curtailed the amount of drugs that was happening. They started to see how
So you were
drugs
saying drugs was the main part of it?
the fact that people just weren't observing a lot of the moral codes. They saw how it changed society in general,
Right.
how it stemmed into or affected medical, psychological, and social structures. So that's when they decided to sort of put all this in place so that it wouldn't totally go down the drain.
Right, and,
But as usual, everybody, it's up to everybody's individual perspective, Like you were saying, the perspective at that point, people were looking for somewhat of an innocence. Nowadays, we're in a totally different type
Exactly.
of world.
that the film is portraying how we are living or we're going to live.
Yeah, well,
It seems that way.
it's created by man, so it's naturally
Exactly,
going to
so-
reflect his thoughts
Yeah.
on his world, so.
So is there anything else that you'd like to say before we wrap up the show?
Not at the moment.
Okay, then, ladies and gentlemen, we're done. We're going to go back over there. We'll probably get Vero G to sing one song because her throat hurts from doing what I don't know. I should say from singing. And then we're going to get more. We're going to get more poetry from Passion Unique. And what camera? We're using camera 3 there, Brian.
No, camera 1.
Camera 1. See?
That's 1,
But
2,
we're
or
going. See, here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna go to a videotape. If we have one more, the Justin Bieber one, I think. If not, we'll go to one more videotape. I'm gonna go scoop my behind over there, and we're gonna get this right this time. So let's get it going. Thank you for listening to Film Talk. Miriam, kick it off. Say goodbye.
Bye.
Whatever happens, don't mess up my hair. And don't hurt the girl.
What's the girl's name again?
I don't know. I just call her girl or hey you. Or what's up?
You got what's mine? Whoa! What, I get a raise?
It's all singles.
Right. So bulky. It went to sleep. Sorry, but my wee got scared when you took off your clothes. Oh, look, some creeps. Ow, damn! Don't hit me for real, yo! Do what you want to her, but please leave me alone. Are you from Scream? This sounds like easy listening. It's adult contemporary for pre-tweens. Not the hair.
Did you just pee?
No, it's just a cool design that's on my jeans.
What the hell is going on?
I owe you a sexy explanation. I paid these hooligans to kidnap you. Happy birthday. Girl, you know how you're always complaining that we never try anything new. They were gonna lock us in a trunk, we'd be spooning like that flick where J-Lo did George Clooney.
Ew.
It's a fact, fear of death makes girls horny.
No.
Then I need more info about ladies. For instance, when she says the word yes, but pronounces it no, what does she mean?
She means no.
Calm down, bro, while I've got you all here. Could you answer some life queries for me? What kind of bean does a human being come from?
Kidney.
Have astronauts ever landed on the sun?
Yep.
How do blind people know when they're sleeping?
They don't.
And I really want to know, how do I breathe? I remember to suck, but forgot how to blow. How do you eat? For real, yo. Do you mash the food first, or just swallow it?
Oh, help, I'm joking.
Thanks, you just saved me. All the soccer foods made me hungry.
Not again.
Just leave him be.
Help me.
But he's turning really blue like King Joffrey.
Oh my god, are you guys Game of Thrones fans?
Oh yeah, shit yeah, I read the books and everything. Love it.
What do you think's gonna happen to Jon Snow?
I don't know, yo. I heard some things, but I can't say.
Okay, here's a good one. Oh, Jon Snow, you know nothing.
We should do that parody. Hey, you wanna go to a skateboard party with us?
Totally.
Oh shit, he's still choking.
You guys are mean.
Thanks for the hemlock maneuver, though. Ooh, chicken.
We're back. Let's clap it up, ladies and gentlemen. Yay! Woohoo! Now let me ask you something. Did you guys learn a lot from my segment over there?
Yeah, it's a lot of things I actually never knew.
I'm so glad you look so surprised. You're an actress. You're supposed to look more surprised.
It's true. Like, I listened to that, and I used to be, and I wasn't really a history fan before, but I used to love to watch movies because I'm a book nerd, so I used to read the book and then watch the movies, and I used to compare the two.
Mhm.
And then it's like, it's so interesting to learn a lot of the history that you don't learn in school, like people don't tell you.
Like the way we were talking,
that's why I
right?
say it's good to learn.
See, we actually gave them some knowledge, Mary. We educated
We're
these
educated
people.
now.
We educated these people. That's good. Okay, now those poems was about me. One of them was. Come on.
Yeah, one of them was about you.
Thank you. See that?
I thought about it, and I was like,
See,
right about
yeah,
it.
Lacey.
Man, he's gorgeous. You don't
Inspired
see.
and influenced.
Yes, I'm such an influential person. I'm such a bigwig at CTV that I haven't won an award yet. Well, hopefully I'll win the awards now. Look what I'm showing. Look, feet, the sneakers. Look, sneakers. But anyway, exactly. But going back, so what did you get out of it? Was
Well, actually, me and Miriam being film buffs,
Yeah.
we actually compare our information a lot. So there's actually some stuff in there that I didn't know. That I
Did you learn anything from me?
Absolutely.
Oh, okay, that's more like it. You see? Now, let me ask you, because you'll be like, I don't want to get into it.
You put me in the spot,
Yeah,
man.
put me on the spot. So let me ask you, so what did you get out of it? So what?
I learned some intriguing things. You know, I mean, like you said, you ladies yourself. You know, you learn as you go every
When
day.
you said ladies,
ladies.
you
I mean,
pointing to
I
me?
meant those.
Oh,
two
those
ladies
two
and you the
ladies.
gentleman.
Oh,
to say.
that's
Sorry, didn't mean that way. I'm not the bias here, okay?
Yeah.
No, but you learn every day. Oh, this is. Oh, come on! You always joke with me. Come on, man.
I was like, it wasn't me this time.
Yeah, you don't say me.
Anyways,
It was her.
No, it was just intriguing, learning something new, and as you go, and that's what it's about, you know.
How do you,
Okay.
you know them Kia Boston's were good too. Them Kia Boston's were really good too.
Yeah.
You know, I show some good damn stuff in here.
I used to be a huge Cary Grant fan.
Really?
Yeah, I used to watch a lot of his movies. Like,
And what happened?
I recently just watched His Girl Friday.
Oh wow!
And for like the third time, but
What was it about that movie that you like?
I think it's just like the way they act because it's not like how it is now. You know, like things are very like back then things were very organic and original compared to how things are now. Things are like just re-scripted.
Well, nothing. What is it? Socrates or somebody said that nothing is original. Everything's repeated.
But Kerrigan was really original. Like he was like really himself.
I mean, heck, they did the Ten Commandments when they had silent movies, and then they read it with. I love when they open up the thing. Did you know how they open up the sea in the second the Ten Commandments?
I didn't see that one either.
You know,
it's too long.
Jello.
It's been a long time.
I remember in Bruce Almighty.
They use Jello.
The way he did it in Bruce
No,
Almighty
they
with the
use
soup.
but they use Jello.
Really?
They actually
In the
use
film.
Jello in the film. They just separated. That's how they by Jello.
Wow, that is
That's something
interesting.
interesting. See?
Hot diggity dog. See, I'm gonna get one. I'm gonna get all three of them. Tonight's gonna be my night, ladies and gentlemen. I'm on. We're gonna have a good time tonight. I'm gonna be tired as all hell, but I'm gonna give them a good run. Oh, dear God, have mercy on me. And you know what? We got a couple of more moments. You know what? Let's see if we can get everything. You know what? I wanted to ask you, back to you again. How do you plan to get started on your career? What is your push that's going to push you now?
Well, one of my first steps is actually with you.
Oh,
And just being here.
so I broke your cherry today?
I think so.
Was it good?
Yeah, it was so good.
Oh my!
It was so good. It's going to continue
Set
on.
yourself
Oh, really? Oh, thank God!
And we're going to work together even more.
All
and
right,
I'm
all
going to be
right.
working with Miss Vero G right here.
Yeah, because she said she was going to get me in the video.
Soon, man. Next year.
Yes, so soon next year. Look at that.
She's
Yeah.
going to be my co-writer too. Right? So
I could
what
act-
a good writer she is.
I could actually write, and I could actually get through a poem right now.
Really?
Because I'm one of those people.
Why don't you go ahead and do it?
Because I could do it right on the spot. The problem is that what they told me, well, why don't you write it down? Because after I finish saying it, I forget.
Most of the time when you write, and this is like goes for a lot of writers,
And it's
what I learned
hard,
growing
right?
up.
Yeah,
when
it's
you,
harder.
When you have something in your head and then you write it down, it's so hard to remember. Because once you write it down, you want to change it, you want to perfect it. That's when you want to edit it. That's when you want to,
Yeah.
you want to. What can you shorten? What can you expand? You
Just
know?
like singing, right? Just like some of the songs that you come up with, you want to edit and so forth, right?
Exactly. Sometimes you do like the rough draft and it don't come out the way you want it to come out. You have to finally make it to the part where this is to complete it. Everything.
Exactly, because I tell you something. I came up with the hardest, baddest, sexiest man on cable access TV for 2 nights straight. I was sleeping, and I said to myself, "Hardest, baddest, sexiest man, hardest, baddest, sexiest man, hardest, baddest, sexiest man," and that's all I was going. I was going hardest, baddest, sexiest man, hardest, baddest, and then it finally got the second night. I finally wrote it down. Hardest, baddest, sexiest man on cable access TV. So I understand what you guys are going through because it comes out of organic. So I was thinking of James Brown at the time. I think he was alive or dead at the moment. They were passing him out on Sailor Cruise. Where's he going to be buried? That was a handful. That boy was a handful. But that's how I got it. So I understand. You see, if I say something, I remember this one particular, let me in on my little secret now. There was this one particular lady that I actually said a poem to. And she just went,
Wow.
and then she told me, write it down. I said, I forgot.
Oh man.
I said, can you remember? No. I can't write it word per word from how you said it. So I got it. I got it. It is kind of strong because words are very strong. Hate is a strong word, but people use hate in so many different ways now. Is hate really the word that you can use that'll affect you anyway now? Just like all the other words, the N word, or the nigga. It's a pain in the ass. It's a pain in the ass. It's what you make it and say it and so forth, But I'm going to say this much, and that is you're going to sing your song.
Okay.
Okay, so you go in the left corner. I'm gonna get in between these two.
Okay. Well, that's between you and them. Hey.
It's my show. I'm gonna get in between those two. Yeah, I'm gonna get in. You walk. What? You walk. I'm the boss over here. Vero G, ladies and gentlemen. Hey!
Thank you guys. Thank you. All right. Well, thank you so much. And I'm gonna sing. It's a cappella song, of course. It's old school jazz song. It's called Summertime. So I hope you guys like it. Okay. Summertime, and the living is easy. Fish are jumping, and the cotton is high. Your daddy's rich, and your mama's good looking. So hush, little baby, and don't you cry. One of these mornings, you're gonna rise up singing. Then you spread your wings and you take to the sky. But until that morning, there's nothing can't harm you. With your daddy and mommy standing by. Summertime, and the living is easy. Fish are jumping, and the cotton is high. Your daddy's rich, and your mama's good looking. So hush, little baby, and don't you cry. Thank you. I'm trying promotion in that baby. Yeah. Yeah. That's what I'm talking about. Wepa.
Hey, wepa! I remember Speedy. When I worked at KTU, Speedy was fun. Speedy was a good guy to work with.
Oh man.
You remember Speedy from WKTU, right? Yeah. Okay. The guy that we used to go, Wepa? Yeah, I know him.
Okay.
Who doesn't know him? Yes.
He said it very loud all the time.
He's fabulous. He's a good guy. Oh, okay. So now up next, ladies and gentlemen, we have one more poem by you, madam. Do we have one more?
Yes, you do.
And then after that, you girls gonna come home with me, right?
Oh.
Is that the idea?
Hey, I gotta go to work.
Going home with me is work. Yeah, you better call it work. You on the timer, darling.
Oh my God.
You on the clock.
Wow.
Go ahead. So you go ahead. Yeah. You're ready to just go, oh, let me just get it over with and be done with it. Right? It's just I like your attitude. You're just like, oh, just let me go first because you got it over with, you know.
Oh my God. Nobody heard this. Right?
Okay. So go ahead. Now we have passionate. Passion unique. I'm sorry, my damn drinking. I never have a drink again. Aha, malarkey.
Yeah, no more for you.
You know, there was a time during the whole abuse where I wish he would have just hit me. You know, if he would have smacked me, it would explain why my hands were always in my hands, why I was always holding a face full of tears. And if he punched me and pushed me to the floor, it would always explain why my knees were always onto the ground. I was always cradling myself. There was a time where I thought he loved me. You know, in my mind, love existed because this was love. A man disintegrating my character and making me feel less of a woman because I wouldn't lay on my back for him. That was love. I mean, I was young, but when you're young, you make stupid decisions. You make dumb decisions, but this was love. There was a time during the whole abuse where I wish he would have just hit me. I mean, at least if he would have hit me, my bruises would have healed. I would know my bruises would heal because my ego, my strive, it was bruised. It was gone. There was a time where I wish I would have just walked away, but I stood by him because nobody else wanted to be bothered by him. You know, when he was at his lowest point, I picked him up because his own mother didn't want to pick him up. So I held him up and I cradled him and I told him, you know what? I'm here. Don't worry. But then after that, I would get called negative words. I'd get called the B word. I'd get called the C word. I get called a slut. All because I stood by him. And there was times during the whole abuse where I wish he would just hit me. So at least I know all the black and blues I would have. I can explain them to my family. My mother would know why I was walking around sad all the time, why I was always crying, why I was always depressed, why I didn't want to go to school because we was in the same class. The man that I loved sat next to me. Though he was a year younger than me, he sat next to me. There was a time where I thought I was gone. But then I picked myself up and I realized, you know what? You're worth more than this. You go to school, you're working, you're helping your mother. You're worth more than this. I was worth more than him. So I let him go. I let him go with his abusive words, with his negative comments. Whatever he had to say about me, it was going out the door. I picked myself up because that's who I am. And I'm worth way more than any man in this world can ever tell me. Thank you.
Time left. I'd like to thank Guy Cormier and Pat Brady for doing the show. Thank you. I'd like to thank Brian LaPaola, if I got his name right, for cameraman. Miriam Silva for helping me through. Passion Union. Liana. And Vero G. Okay. Ladies and gentlemen, if you want to come on the show, express yourself, do whatever you got to do. Come to HomeInvadersRiotShow.com. Let me know what you do. And don't forget, ladies and gentlemen, we're not promised tomorrow, so say it today. So, Merry Christmas next week. And Merry Christmas. Are we allowed to say Merry Christmas?
Happy New Year. Happy New Year, too.
We're allowed to say Happy New Year, or we're supposed to say coordinated? We're supposed to say Happy Holidays. Happy Kwanzaa. Yeah, Happy Hanukkah. Happy Hanukkah. Happy Hanukkah. Happy Hanukkah. Ladies and gentlemen.